So I give you plenty of time to fit the final exam into your schedule. Now, the final exam is going to be 90 multiple choice questions, which takes about an average of an hour and a half to complete, and 5 essay questions. And the 5 essay questions are related only to the Blue Ocean textbook. So the essay questions are only related to the Blue Ocean textbook. And the 90 multiple choice questions are related to our multiple chapter strategic management textbook we've been working with all semester. So those two textbooks are make up the 100% of the material that's in the exam. And if you to study for the Blue Ocean multiple choice questions, I would say reviewing my lectures on the Blue Ocean. I had specifically the ones I created. There's 2 that I created, and reading the Blue Ocean textbook. Those would be the best way to study for the Blue Ocean. The 5 essay questions for the Blue Ocean textbook. For the 90 multiple choice questions, I think a good way of studying for them is to do the practice questions at the end of the chapters that we covered. You could review the practice questions under course documents. I have the answers to the multiple choice and true-false practice questions, and that'd be a good way to study for the final exam. Now, there's no time limit between the 4th and the 7th. There's no time limit to complete. It's not a timed exam. So if you want to open up the exam to take a peek at it on July 4th and then start it on the 6th, that's fine. If you want to start the exam on the 6th and work on it for 10 hours straight, excuse me, you can do that too. So you just have to submit it to me on July 7th before 10 p.m. And then I don't care how much time you work on it. As long as you work alone, it's an individual assignment. And as long as you complete the exam to the best of your ability. Of course, it's open book. Feel free to use the textbooks, of course. Now, one thing that is tricky about the exam that you should pay close attention to is that I have a student answer sheet here, which is you're going to click on this. If you click on this file, you'll see the exam comes up. And here are the first 3 questions on the exam. So the first question, the notion of strategy measures, and if you read this over, you'll see that D, all of above, is the answer. So this is what the test is going to look like. So when you download the answer sheet, you must submit your answers to me in the answer sheet. So you're going to see an Excel file that looks like this, and you are going to, let me just move this up a bit. So you're going to see multiple tabs, multiple choice and essay answers. So in multiple choice, you're going to click on the spindle and enter in the letter. So don't enter it in manually. Click on this and then enter in the appropriate letter, A through D, plus none of the above, that you feel is the correct answer. And that's going to help me grade it later. So please use this measure when entering in the cell. When you're ready to work on the essay, you can work on the essay in Word or whatever word processor you want to, and then cut and paste your answers into this text box here. Don't worry if it does. You just cut and paste in this text box. If you need more space, you can easily just pull this and open up the text box to be bigger. But cut and paste your essay answers into this text box, and then when you're done, save the spreadsheet so you have a backup copy of it. And just like the case studies, you click on this link here, and then you're going to click on Browse My Computer and add the file, attach the file, and of course click Submit. So this way I will have a copy of your spreadsheet, which will make it easier for me to grade, and I'll have the multiple tabs, one for multiple choice, one for essay questions, so that will be brilliant. And like I said, make sure you use this to enter your answers in, because sometimes I'm using a computerized grading, so if you type in a lowercase or a space in the letter, it could mark it wrong when it's not wrong. So that's why I say use that spindle. Okay. So the essays, your questions are going to be for the essays are probably going to be How long do they have to be? Do I have to cite my sources? So what I'm going to say for the essays is not a case study. So you do not have to cite your sources when answering the essay questions. But you should use as many words as you need to efficiently answer the question. Now, typically, the more words you use, the more opportunity you have to discuss the right uh, information and provide the details I'm looking for to accurately submit the information I need for each of the questions. So I'm not looking for a page or two answer for each question. I'm looking for, somewhere between 200 to 500 words maybe uh, to answer the question pretty thoroughly, I guess. But you don't have to. It's not these 5 essay questions should not be 10 pages. Uh, it should be probably 5 pages or less uh, at the most. So, but it shouldn't be 50 words or 100 words per answer. You know what I'm saying? It should be a decent amount of words to thoroughly answer the question, so I get a sense that you know what you're talking about. It shouldn't be. Sometimes I'll put a question and the answer students will give me will be 5 bullet points. That's not an answer. Don't give me bullet points. Write out the question, question 1. You write out the question, and then you give me a detailed answer. So it's not a case study, so you don't have to cite, you don't have to have a reference list. You just have to answer the question using what you've learned from the course, the videos, and the textbook on the essays. And don't um, worry about making it into a research paper. I really don't need a research paper response. You don't provide me any references or any citations. Just answer the questions as best you can using the information from the Blue Ocean textbook and the videos if you want to better explain your response. So responses should be of, enough of a size to answer the question, but I do warn you if the responses are too brief, if you give me 50 words or if you just give me 6 bullet points to answer the question, that's not a good answer. So find yourself in between those two descriptions when you put your answers together for these essays. And there's only 5 essays, and for example, a previous year's exam was 25 essays. So this is only 5 of the 25, and the rest are multiple choice, straight from our first textbook, the 12 chapter the textbook on strategic management. So there's no multiple choice questions of Blue Ocean. There are only essay, and there are no essay questions on our main textbook, which, let me get the official title, our main textbook. Strategic Management, the Theory and Practice, 5th edition, is a textbook where the 90 multiple choice questions come from. There are no essay questions from that textbook. So there you go. You know the makeup of the exam, the best way to study, and how to properly complete and fill in and attach to the answer sheet. Thank you for your time. If you have any further questions about the final exam, please use the discussion board so all the students can share in the answers, as long as it's not of a personal nature. Thank you and take care.